There's a question that arrives in Christian circles with surprising regularity, and it arrives with the kind of anxiety attached to it that deserves to be taken seriously rather than just dismissed. Is artificial intelligence a tool from God? Or is it something Christians should approach with caution, or even outright avoid it? It's a fair question, and the people asking it are not naive. They've watched AI generate images that blur the line between creation and counterfeit. I mean, we've all seen deep fakes weaponized and used for deception. We hear regularly serious voices that are raising concerns about the concentration of technological power, the displacement of human labor, and the ethical implications of machine-generated content in a world already drowning in misinformation. These aren't hysterical concerns, they're legitimate ones, and they deserve a thoughtful, scripturally grounded response, rather than either a blanket condemnation or a breathless endorsement. So let's look at this. Is AI satanic? The question behind the question, well, it's usually code for a deeper question. Can something be used for evil purposes and yet still be redeemable for kingdom purposes? I mean, you can use a knife to butter bread, or you can stab someone with it. It's a tool, and it can be used in different ways. But the answer to this question, is AI satanic? It's one that Scripture addresses with remarkable consistency. I mean, think about it. The printing press was used to spread pornography, propaganda, and false doctrine almost as soon as it existed. But it's also been used to put the Bible into the hands of ordinary people for the first time in history. And it was the catalyst of the Reformation. The internet has been used for every kind of wickedness imaginable. It's also been used to share the gospel with people in countries where no missionary can legally enter. It's been used to build communities of believers in places where gathering physically would mean imprisonment. And it's been used to deliver discipleship resources to millions of people who would otherwise have had none. Many people say money is the root of all evil, but as we know, it's not money that is the root of all evil. It's the love of money, of mammon, that is the root of all evil. So the tool is not the moral agent. It is the person that is wielding the tool that is. So it says in Romans 12:21, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. The imperative is not to avoid the tool. It's to use it for good so thoroughly that its potential for evil is displaced. So let's look at this opportunity, which in my opinion is historically unprecedented, especially when it comes to using it for digital evangelism. We're living in a moment that the great evangelists of previous generations could only have dreamed about. Charles Spurgeon preached to thousands. D.L. Moody travelled vast distances to reach people in city after city. Billy Graham filled stadiums. These were men of extraordinary calling and courage, and they maximised every tool available to them in their generation. The tools available to us now are incomparably way more powerful. A single piece of AI-assisted content created in an afternoon can reach more people than Spurgeon preached to in a year. If it's created with clarity, faith, and the intention of pointing people toward Jesus, the tool has been placed in our hands to do so. Every day that a Christian with something real to say stays silent online is a day someone searches for truth and finds nothing from them. AI doesn't replace that voice, but it can amplify it. And many of my members, they're using AI to brain dump all of the things that they've got in their head that they want to say. And it's just helping them to crystallize what is already theirs. I've got other articles on our website at christianbusinessresources.com which can help you to understand more about how you can use these digital tools, both faithfully for gospel impact and to explore how you can use them powerfully for the gospel. So how can Christians use digital marketing with AI and do it in a way that you're using it faithfully? So here are some principles for the faithful use of AI. Because we have this tool, but how do we use AI faithfully in Christian digital marketing? Not with a list of rules, but with a framework of principles rooted in what we know to be true about stewardship, truth, and the purposes of God. The first principle is this: AI assists the voice. It doesn't replace it. The most powerful thing you carry as a kingdom content creator is your story, your testimony, your specific encounter with God, and the particular way His truth has been worked into your life through specific experiences. No AI can generate that. This is personal to you. What AI can do is help you communicate it more clearly, more consistently, and at greater scale. The second principle is that truth is non-negotiable. AI can generate content quickly, but it can also generate content inaccurately. The Christian digital marketer has a higher obligation to truth than the average content creator, simply because the God we serve is truth Himself. Every AI-generated or AI-assisted piece of content needs a human, spirit-guided review before it goes into the world. The third principle is that intention shapes impact. The same AI tool used to generate manipulative, addictive content can be used to create content that genuinely helps people encounter truth. Your intention, your discernment, your heart, and your submission to God's purposes in your digital presence are what determine whether the technology serves the kingdom or merely serves your metrics. So what are some practical ways kingdom entrepreneurs are using AI for gospel impact? Let's have a look. Because across the Christian digital marketing landscape, kingdom entrepreneurs are using AI to research and structure content on biblical topics way more thoroughly than they could alone. It could take people years to create the content that they need to for one article, but AI can help you find exactly what you're looking for. So many content creators are using it to repurpose a single piece of long-form content into multiple formats that reach many different parts of their audience. They're also using it to write first drafts that they'd then infuse with their own voice, story, and scriptural grounding, or vice versa. They're also using it to reach people who are searching. Search engines and social platforms distribute content based on relevance and quality signals. AI can help a kingdom entrepreneur create content that is relevant, well-structured, and optimized enough to reach people who are genuinely searching for what that entrepreneur carries. And also, you're getting AI search results now on Google. When you type in the keywords that you want to show up for, AI is appearing at the top of the search right now. And so those that are using AI in a powerful way are able to show up in the search results in a way that we used to have to pay thousands every month to appear in the search engines. And with an intelligent content strategy, you could be appearing there too. The algorithm, when used faithfully, can become a missionary tool for the gospel. If the idea of your business functioning as an active ministry resonates with you, I'm going to encourage you to read one of our other articles called Why Your Business is Your Ministry. It'll provide you with the theological foundation for why all of this matters way beyond any marketing strategy. The bottom line is, God doesn't need your Wi-Fi. He doesn't need your algorithm, your SEO strategy, or even your AI assistant because, well, He's God. He's perfectly capable of moving in the hearts of human beings without any of this. But He has consistently chosen to move through people like you and I, who make ourselves available and use every legitimate tool at our disposal to carry His message further. He chose a burning bush, a still small voice, a carpenter's workshop, a fishing boat, and a Roman road network. He used the printing press, the radio, and the television. And he'll use artificial intelligence in the hands of people who are submitted to him, truth committed, and genuinely motivated by love for the people that he's trying to reach. The question is not whether AI is safe. The question is whether you are willing to steward it faithfully for the kingdom. If you want to explore how to build a digital marketing strategy for your kingdom business that's both faith-rooted and practically effective, explore our Kingdom Business programs on the website www.thekingdomcatalysts.com. And if you want to talk through your specific context and share your vision and do a little bit of brainstorming on what your next best steps are, reach out to me, book a call. I'll make sure I put a link with this video. The gospel is too urgent, and the tools we've got access to today are so powerful, too powerful in fact, to leave them in the hands of people who don't know what they're carrying. There are lots of people out there that are using these tools in a way so much less faithful than the Lord is inviting us to. So let's use them properly, and let's make sure that God's children are finding your content before they find these other very damaging things that are causing them to be distracted, because the enemy will use them. So let's talk about building your kingdom digital presence. Simply book a call with me, and I look forward to talking it through with you.